Good morning, folks.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to sunny southern Spain and our finca restoration.
It's not raining, but it is very chilly.
Yes, there's a nip in the wind.
There certainly is, my goodness. And we've still got holes in our walls, as you can see behind us, no doubt.
But not for long. So today, for those of you who are new to the channel, we're Andy and Sharon, and we're restoring our 150-year-old Spanish finca, basically. It's a beautiful old building. It's got all its original character. We're trying to keep as much as possible, but give us some home comforts. We've just put a new window in the front over there, and we're going to get that finished off because there's a big hole in the wall just behind Sharon's head here. Then we want to move on and get this door in because there's big holes all around that as well. And it's just a logical progression, really, get all the building stuff done. But we've got a bit of a dilemma because we want to get this door cleaned up where we had a problem with the flue. I need to put the flue through the roof directly upstairs. One job we need to do before we can clean all this lot up and get that done. And remember, we've got the guys who did the roof coming to do the courtyard for us, and I need to knock out the hole in the wall and put a nice big solid gate on there. So they can get on with that. Obviously we'd like that done for summer. What we're going to do,
priorities.
We're going to get the window finished first, and then we'll discuss and think about it as we do it. So
let's crack on.
I've just been into town to pick up the sand that we needed because the stuff we've been using from up the land, it is full of weeds and stuff. It's a nightmare clearing it out. First of all though, especially since we've had the roof done, our deposit is collecting tons more rainwater, which shows how much is actually probably going into the walls than running off and into the deposit. It collects water off 1/2 of the roof in total, and we've got thousands of litres in there, and it saves buying it. But first of all, I need to just change this filter because it's filthy. So I'll get this done, get a load of water pumped, and then we'll get on with the window. Crikey. Look at the state of that. Last time when we pumped it, we did it while it was still raining, if you remember, if you saw that video. And it churns it all up, what's settled on the bottom. Now it should come through pretty clean because it rained yesterday, but it's sat for a good 24 hours. So we'll get on with it, get it done. There we go. That's it, pretty clean that. Right, so we'll leave that probably take about an hour, that's all, to get 3,000 litres out of it. Right, so we'll crack on with the window. Right, it's warming up nicely, the layers are coming off. I've just made a load of cornerstones to form my corner on here. Chipped a bit of this away to get it so they'll fit, and so I'm just going to get a mix on now and start building up this reveal, this corner.
back in the littlest room in the house. I was going to carry on with the window, do some pointing, but we're going to be in each other's way. Andy's trying to build it up on the outside and I'm pointing, and it's not going to work. We need two different mixers anyway, because you need it a bit stickier for setting stones, and I like it quite dry for pointing in so it doesn't make a mess all over the face of the stones. So here I am back at it. The stuff I did the other day, it's been a few days now actually, it's starting to dry out, so you'll see all different colours, but hopefully once it's all dried it will all be the same colour. So I'll crack on.
So a quick update, the left hand side is nearly done, the right hand side's already done, that just wants pointing. I need to put another mix on, I'll see if I've got time for another, but the last stone's in the top. And on the inside, yeah, we've just got a bit more to do here. So yeah, I think I'm going to get another mix on and see if we can get it closed off for today. That would be fantastic. But yeah, I think it's looking really nice. Very, very pleased with it so far.
And meanwhile in the loo, it's getting there, slowly but surely, but won't be finished today of course, but keep soldiering on, and slowly but surely, as I say, we're getting there. Happy days.
Right, so I'm going to try and get this last bit closed off now. Up there. Oh. Oh, he's not going to fit, is he? I have a selection of stones. I think he'll go in there. In fact, he'll even go in there. Right, if I block the light off, you can see it there. It's done, just needs a couple more bits. Not doing another mix today, it's too late now. But essentially it's done. Needs pointing up this because the mix was too sloppy to get it to stay, whereas this bit was a bit better. So look at the outside. So the bulk of it's all in. Again, we run out, we'll finish, we'll just carry on with it tomorrow. Needs a couple of little stones in, that's all, just to fill some little holes, pointing up above right hand side and under the window itself. But yeah, we're very happy with today's progress. Okay, it's Friday morning, not much sun, but it's fairly pleasant. I've just been chopping some stones, cutting some stones. He's going to go there like that, and he's going to go in there like that. That'll finish the outside off. I've also done a couple for the inside. Today I'm going to try and get all the stonework finished off and get all this area pointed up and done, so then we can move on to something else. And Sharon's going to carry on pointing in the loo, and well, just keep on pointing because there's plenty of it. So I think the first thing to do, get a hoover out. It's all very, very dusty again. Get it all hoovered, damp it all down, yeah, and start. Keep saying hoovered. I don't know if it's a UK thing or not, but I mean vacuumed. Here's Henry. Let's get it done. Right, so we're off. I need to pump this up. Okay, try again. We're just going to put a few stones in first. So we'll wet the areas up that we want. And then just work our way around it. There we go. Put him down there. I've prepared a load of stones, that's what takes most of the time. Get in there. The way you do it, the technique. Just like that. And then stick them in. Okay, we'll carry on. Righto, so all the stones are in place, or pretty much all of them. There might be a couple of tiny ones. We've done across the top, working our way across here. Where do you stop? That's the thing, because I mean all this wants to come off, and it is going to come off one day, but right now we've got to stop somewhere. So we've took off the loosest. We've got quite a big area to point up and that. But I'm running out of mix, so I need another one, and I'll show you what I've done inside. We've got a couple over the top. That's particularly difficult because there's a right slope on that big headstone, but I think we're going to stop it there and then just blend that in. Couple down the side. All the stonework should be done. Ready for pointing. Magic.
And I'm back in my favourite room, not cracking on with the pointing. I just made my mix, and I've just been smoothing out any cracks that start to appear as they do as it dries out, but fortunately it's still quite malleable, so I can just smooth them out. I hope to get down this side done at least today, because that's fiddly and I don't like fiddly things, so I'll get that out of the way first and then I'll carry on with the stonework, depending how much stuff I've got left.
So several hours later, it's done. Next I think we need to make some shutters for it. There's no real urgency on it, but I'm probably going to make two small ones that fold out, like the other windows. A lot of traditional shutters in Spain, they put them on the inside of the window. Obviously this is pretty south facing, so it gets loads of sun in the day. It's great when it's chilly like this, but in August, July and August, when it's 40 degrees, you want to block the sun out. If you have a shutter on the inside, all well and good. I've noticed Italy as well, they seem to do it. But with shutters on the outside, you can shut the shutters and you can open the window, so you still get some, you know, breeze coming through if you want it. With your shutters on the inside, you can't even open the window, so seems a bit crazy. So we'll have a look at that. Obviously we need to fix some hinges into the stonework, but we want to wait until it's all set before we do that. So we're going to have a bit of lunch and think about what we're going to do next. Right, so next we need to get this wall cleaned off. It's a right mess, and this door, you can see the door frame there, it's got nothing on it at all at the minute. It's just fixed top and bottom. So I want to get this cleaned off, and we can get all that pointed up as well. I think we're going to put a door on here, because we're going to have, in the winter, we're going to have the big bed oven in there, another fire in there, the snug. Obviously the fridge is in here. We want to keep this room a bit cooler. We don't mind if it's cold. It saves on our electric, I'd say bills, but they're not so much, we don't get any. So yeah, I think we're going to have a look at getting round this door, but first so we need to clean it up because it got a right mess from that leaky flue. So I'm going to have a look upstairs and just see what's involved with running that flue directly up through the roof. Let's go and have a look. Right, I've just taken this heat shield off, it lives up there. Absolutely perfect actually. I've got a joist here and the other one's just about there, so I can run up right between them, and this will actually be, oh yes, dead straight. I thought I might have to use this a little bit to wiggle it about, but it can stay exactly where it is and actually go right up straight through there. Fantastic. I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to buy a bigger one of these. can get them twice as big and cut a hole in the middle for the flue to sit through, or something like that. So yes, this is going to be coming up very soon.
Well, I managed to do all the way down there, which was the fiddly bit, happy with that, and I'm about here now. So just got this bit to do. Hopefully should get that finished tomorrow, and then of course I've got this wall behind me to do, and then it's all got to be linseed oil, but I keep saying it, we're getting there slowly.
Right, so after a quick 3-minute think, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut away the boards that are obstructing where I want it to go. I've got some plasterboard up there. I'm going to put a sheet of plasterboard up there with a hole in it, and you can buy proper trims to fit round the flue, and it'll look nice up against the ceiling. And then trim the plasterboard off with the same beading that's round the edge of there, and then we'll paint it white so it looks like it's just a white bit in the ceiling. That should look alright. That will solve us a lot of problems. Probably going to do a whole video on this, I think. I need to get some bits though, but yeah, happy days, another solution. Right, we just had a quick discussion. We're going to be starting this tomorrow. We've got this goes on the roof under the tiles, and what happens, you mould this around the tiles, so the tiles from the top will go over the top of it, and then this will then stick out and go over the tiles, will come out from underneath it, if that makes sense at all. And the sides the same, they'll just mould over, so any water running down runs down the tiles onto this and on top of the tiles. That's the theory anyway. Brilliant thing. The flue pipe sticks up through the middle. On the inside I'm going to cut back that wood cladding that you've just seen, and this that we had as our heat shield, I'm going to cut a circle out of it with a hole in the middle, the same size as the flue pipe. So when I'm going to put the plasterboard up, we're going to skim the plasterboard exactly the same as the other walls we've got there, the bathroom wall and the bedroom wall, so that won't look out of place, and then make a flange out of this to cover the joint to make it all look nice and neat. If it doesn't make sense now, it will do tomorrow hopefully. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, we've got a chance of rain tomorrow, but at least we can start on the inside, and if we don't get a chance to get on the roof because it is raining, or it has recently rained, the inside will be done anyway. We've got everything we need to do it, so happy days. That's just for today though, so we'll be on this in the morning in about 2 seconds. Right, so what I've done, I've marked approximately where the flue is going to go through the ceiling. I need to just cut back the timber now, so it's well away from where the flue is going to be. It doesn't actually get that hot at the top. We've measured it several times and not much over 100 degrees to be honest, which is surprising, and that's with a bend that will trap a lot of the heat as well. So let's see if we can get it cut. Okay. One bit out of the way, bit of firewood. Right, I hope you can see alright in here. It is quite dark. The shutter's blown shut. Another job I need to do is make some dogs for them to keep them open, all of them. Well, that's for another day. The hole's done. They said it was going to rain today, but it's not. It is, however, really, really windy. So it's not conducive to going on the roof, but not to worry. So I'm going to cut a piece of plasterboard to cover that hole up, and then we can position that up and then think about cutting a hole in that for the flue to go through. So what we've done, put the straight flue up exactly where it's going to go. As you can see, my hole was a good shot. I've got a piece of plasterboard cut. I now need to cut a hole in this for the flue pipe to go through, and then we can get that fixed up. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to cut that plate probably later to seal this gap up. I think though, to find a place on the outside, when this is in, I'm just going to drill up right through the tiles and everything to find out exactly where I want to be. If we lose a tile, it doesn't matter, we've got loads of them. So I think now I'm going to transpose that hole to where it's going to go on here and get this cut. There we go, it's marked. That's my centre there where my hole wants to be. If I make it out to the corners, it's going to give it 180mm. The flue's only 120, so it'll give me a nice 30mm clearance all the way around. So how to cut that? I'm probably going to do it with a jigsaw, I think. Alrighty, so there it is. What I need to do now, take that top bit that I've just put on off, screw this to the ceiling, and then see if I'll go back up through it. There we go, that's pretty funky, isn't it? Pretty pleased with that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pack rock wool around that as well, because rock wool's totally flame resistant, doesn't burn, doesn't fireproof even. Then that board, I'm going to plaster it white, and then I'm going to edge round it with the same wood that's edging round the ceiling, and then we'll have our little plate that'll go over, hopefully up tight with the flue, seal around that with that proper flue sealer thing, and yeah, pretty good actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Right, so I'm going to try and get some trim around it. I found a piece that looks like I've used for trim previously. I just cut it at 45 degrees. I'm going to measure across the front there, cut the other end at 45 degrees, and then make the two sides in theory. Right, so there it is. Let's see if we can get it in. Stick one in first, check the other side. Seems pretty good, actually. Get another one in it. Oh. I'll have to move the ladder now to get it the other side. I'll get it done. Right, so the right hand side's in, just this left hand side now. I need to take a smidgen off it. I'll be right back. Try again. I've just took a bit off it. It wasn't perfect on the mitre, it was just sticking out a little bit. We like them to be perfect, like that. Right in, get in. Oh, lovely. Thank you, I thought I'd have this done in a day. What you think you get done quickly? No chance, because we've run out of time again. It's trimmed in. Now I need to I'm going to plaster up that board and make the little sheet shroud for it. The big hole in the wall, if you can see just at the side where it currently exits, we're just going to fill that in, smooth it all over, touch it up, make it all nice. Fantastic. Yeah, it's going to have to wait till another day now, no time left. But yeah, thanks all for watching so much. If you have enjoyed it and you want to follow our progress, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free, and if you click the little bell and select all, YouTube will notify you every time we upload a video, which is currently Sundays and Thursdays. So guys, thank you so much. We'll see you on Thursday.